What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. This is episode number 19, and we start season stuff on the back of our 2-1 loss to Valencia. Massive loss there away to Mestalla, especially as we were leading by a goal to nil. I missed that open goal, my worst miss in FIFA 23, my worst miss in a long time actually, and then lost it for Angel Gomez's brace as they came back to win 2-1. But as we start season stuff, the January transfer window has now opened. We have 3 more scouting updates and also an academy update as well, as we can scout Algeria, Egypt, and also Spain as well. You'll see Christian Gutierrez, one of the youngsters that we inherited with Malaga, has gone out on loan to BSC Young Boys. There is quite a decent amount of young talent with Malaga. You know, before we even started youth scouting ourselves, but there are certain players who just haven't really grown. Gutierrez is one of those, hasn't played a single game this year either, so we're going to loan him out to Young Boys and see how he gets on there. And also, we had the academy update, as you can see here as well. And as I run you through my youth squad right now, I mentioned before, like, this is why I say this all the time, but like, cherry pick, you know, seriously cherry pick. And you know, a couple episodes ago I was talking about when I get asked where you should scout, where you should send your youth scouts, what nations should I scout, a question I get asked quite a lot. This is kind of my point. Scout wherever you want to, man. Like, seriously, scout wherever you want to, because whether it's Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, Spain, or Portugal, the 5 nations so far that we've scouted, we are constantly picking up really good players for our academy. And whilst not all of them are going to have potential to be special, the vast majority in our academy, if not every single one, is going to at least show great potential, which again I think is between 81 to 85. So yeah, one of the players I did promote today, I promoted 2 players today, was Bader Ahmed. He is a Moroccan centre half. He can also play right back as well. To me, he does look more like a centre half than a right back personally, but as an RCB, going forward, we could possibly make him a little bit better on the offensive end, but we know our wing backs are so crucial to us in this team. I don't know whether we can make him a really good offensive-based player with a reasonably low shooting stats to begin with, but as a centre-half, I know he's only 5'10", and you know me, sometimes I'm like a girl on Tinder, like I need a 6-foot man, but 5'10" in an RCB is not too small. You'll be alright with that. And also as well, we promoted Hugo Santana. I had to do it as well. Like I wasn't planning to do it, but when I saw him in my academy, I was like, well, if I promote Ahmed, who is a right back, just like Santana, I can't not promote Santana as well. So I had to promote Hugo as well. 91 to 94 potential. We've been keeping our eye on him ever since we picked him up and we saw the potential range set, and unsurprisingly he does have the potential to be special. So first potentially special player of the save, it is Hugo Santana, as we expected. But again, proof in the pudding right there. It's why you cherry pick when you're scouting. I know you might sit there and think, oh, 64 to 84 potential, that might be good enough. It's not, man. Like, it really isn't. Like, seriously, you can get so much better than that if you just wait and you pick the right players. Cherry pick. Honestly, you've got plenty of time. You do 9-month missions. That's, you know, a nation. You can fully scout a nation in a season. You will find the creme de la creme type of players, and don't settle for anything less, because you can still have a stacked academy like mine of players that at the very, very least have showing great potential, but the vast majority will be somewhere between the exciting prospect tag to possibly just about potential to be special like Santana is. Anyway, for the first game of this episode, Ahmed would make his debut in this game. I definitely think having him as an RCB is going to work well for me in this team. So I put him into the first team for this game here against Athletic Bilbao, coming on the back of our loss to Valencia. And I said if we are going to be a European team, if we are going to pull off the impossible, well, we need to be consistent. How often do you hear me use this phrase? Consistency is king. And if you lose, you gotta bounce back straight away. So following game, Athletic Bilbao took the lead through Lorenzo Iniga's 6th of the year, but Nunez in this game made a couple of fantastic saves, especially late on in the game as we clung on for a 1-0 victory. And that's one thing I've been really impressed with myself this year. Do you remember last season in the second division? We had, I think, the second worst defensive record in the top 10. And last year we were champions. We were champions of the league, yet we had, I think, the second worst defensive record in the top 10. Well, this year we've been much better. And one of the big reasons why is that man between the sticks, Nunez, brought him in on a free transfer. And he has got now 7 clean sheets this season. That's pretty impressive for a freebie that we picked up at the start of this season. So following the win, you'll have seen we had two bids here. One for Lorenzo Niga wanted by Juventus and Juande wanted by Sheffield United as well. We turned them both down. I don't know how much potential Juande has, now approaching his mid-20s at 70 overall. And Zaniga just got his 6th goal of the season there. To me, as we had a bid here for Agbenyunu as well, the Ghanaian left-sided player in this team who, actually, I didn't realise this. I had to look it up, but actually he's been released by Malaga in real life. He had his contract terminated, not sure why. But even so, I accepted that bid from Atalanta United there. I'm not going to be in the business of selling my first 11 players in January. Listen, like squad players like Agbenyunu, absolutely, sure, go ahead, put the bid in and I might well cash in. But I'm not in the business of selling Juande, who's been, my most regular centre-half in this team alongside Nacho Fernandez, Lorenzo Niga, who, admittedly, Adama Traore has started up top just as many times as Zaniga, but he still has 6 goals for the season in 12 games, averaging 1 in every 2. I'm not going to sell my starters in January, where right now we still have an outside shot, albeit an outside shot, but a shot nonetheless of qualifying for Europe. So, following game, going away from home, Real Valladolid, and coming into this game here, like I said, consistency is king. We need to win back-to-back, so heading into this game, needing to make it 2 wins from 2 to respond after the loss of Mestalla. Oh, what a goal from Adam Zorgani, the Algerian that we picked up in the summer transfer window for our most expensive signing of the save so far. What a goal that was by our number 4 to give us the lead and make it 1-0. That's only his 3rd goal of the season, but a brilliant goal. And then 69 minutes in, well, how about this? What a lovely, lovely assist that was to send through Adama Traore. Yep, the speedster goes through 1-on-1 and doubles our lead, but give the credit for the assist there. Absolutely glorious little dink up in the air, flick over the head, and then a perfectly timed through ball to Traore as well. Granted, Zaniga's got 6 goals for me this year, as Agbenyunu does now leave to Atalanta for £1.2 million. We'll take the fee there for the Ghanaian left-sided player. That raises our budget up to around 1.6 mil, but I don't know whether we'll do anything with that in this January window here. I'm probably just going to keep it until the summer, so we're going to have a bit more money to work with next year. But Adama Traore, man, I mean, seriously, this guy has been the best player of the team for me this year. I'd say him and Nunez this year. They've been my best players this season. They've been absolutely phenomenal. So, following game, 3rd and final one today, welcoming the Catalan Giants, Barcelona, Xavi side, to the Estadio La Rosaleda, looking for our 3rd straight win against the league leaders. Heading into the game, knowing how difficult this one would be. I love the tifo of Adama Traore, of course, Barcelona Academy graduate pre-game. So heading into the game, looking forward to this one, but right from the very first whistle, Barcelona on the offensive and looking a better team. First Dembele testing Nunez, great save by our number 1, keeping us still tied at 0-0. But when you're taking on the league leaders, regardless of what sort of season you're having, and we're having a good one, you know it's going to be a tough game. And sometimes, well, how often do you hear this phrase? The best find a way to win, even when they're not playing at their best. It's not a direct quotation, but something like that. Ansu Fati, what a goal by a Barca Academy graduate himself. Unbelievable strike. At first I thought he mishit it, but actually I watched it back on the replay and it was just a really clean strike. What a goal by Ansu Fati. Absolutely glorious there, and nothing that Nunez could do about that. So frustrating because the defence was strong, man. I wasn't giving them a single sniff there and a clear-cut chance. But Fati said, I don't need it. I don't need a clear-cut chance. I can just bend one in from here. Barca in front courtesy of a wonder goal, but 6 minutes after the restart, after we almost found a level before the break, still down by a goal, a chance to find that equaliser, and wouldn't you just know it, it is 2-2 for Adama Traore. I love this guy. Picked him up on a free transfer. Do you know what? I've not used him since my Middlesbrough career mode back in FIFA 17. Yep, 6 years on FIFA, and I have not used him since that save. All I can say is this: I'm so glad I bit the bullet and picked him on a free transfer, because this guy is unbelievable. Scores another, levels it for Malaga, but I'll be totally honest here. We had a good start to the second half, a good end to the first half, but really Barca had a good game all round. 11 minutes to go after Nunez tipped a header onto the post. Frank Kessie goes through one-on-one, and the former AC Milan holding mid makes it 2-1. Barca restore their lead, and as I always say, I present my highlights package very fairly. This is one of those games where I realised that there's a gulf in class between us. Yes, we're having a decent season. This is our first year in La Liga, and right now we have an outside shot of a European place. But this is Barcelona. They find a way. They find a gap. They find an opening. They find the 3 points. Stoppage time. Robert Lewandowski, after a lovely passing move, sees Barca wrap it up and get their third. Again, defense wasn't that bad, but they just found that inch of space to find a form of Bayern and Dortmund and Lech Poznan striker as well. And Robert Lewandowski makes it 3-1. Yep, unfortunately, our winning run ended after 2, so not really much of a run, but I suppose, to be fair, we're taking on the current leaders. It's going to be a difficult one. They dominated possession. They thoroughly deserved the win, and they got it as well. There's a golf in class. And yes, we have made great strides forward this season. Yes, there is still a shot at a European place with 16 games to go, clinging on to a Europa Conference League spot, but we're a long way off a team like Barcelona. But that will end today's episode of the RTG Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you for the next episode of the RTG Career Mode very soon.